Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're underway in prime time on Thursday Night Football. And no return, as this is going to be a touchback. And with our new kickoff rules starting this year, the ball only comes out to that 20-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Blirz-Rek. Straight.
Throwing on their first play. That's caught. He finds Alan Lazard. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Motion man right is Smith. Fields on 1st down. Chased out to his right.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go. Tonight.
From the 48. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. Tonight.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's why you often see some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
2nd and 13. This one is taken in by Tony. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
Press. Blirz-Rek. Go.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Here we go, son.
Straight ahead, it's Wilson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31.
On the quick, right?
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense. Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down, Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. More from MetLife coming right up. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Able to find Hawkinson. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 32 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Keeping it with Mixon. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You've learned so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line. And the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
South.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's on the move. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
They start the drive with Hall. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
They give on second to Hall. Works it past the 20. Through the 40. Brees Hall hits the 20. Touchdown, New York! The Jets pull out in front further, 13-zip. Brees Hall with the touchdown. Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. Returns looking good so far. And the work's already half done thanks to that return. They're taking over at midfield.
Through the decades, Kate, all kick returners have had to have tremendous vision, but it's a little different now with these new rules. You're not watching and feeling those guys running at you all the way down the field, no. Now you're more like a running back. You're looking for that crease, that opening, that lane to exploit, and boy, did he.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. On the ground again with Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle. Third and just 2 to go. Going right side, Mixon with it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All right, I'll set up now. First and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Only gets a yard there to make it second and 9.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there and forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. From the gun, Stroud. Forced out to it. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Here we go.
Third and long for him here. Has his man. It's Mixon. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Don't jump, man.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Catch is made down the right sideline. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go. Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, New York. Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets push their lead to 18. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball's headed to the 40. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense.
Oh, right.
1st and 10 from the 41. Slot man in motion right. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So it's 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They've got a man in motion. That's complete. Here's Kirk. Into the red zone. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. He'll throw it. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Pierce now on the return. A poor return there. He only gets to the 15 before he's tackled. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Taken in by Kirk, right side. Nico Collins! And he flips the field for them before... down.
To Nico Collins. A gain of 55 yards. And the Texans first down.
So flip the field, folks. It's 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory now. Still has room inside the 15. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Xavier Gibson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Shotgun snap to Fields. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has it downfield working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. got his target. It's Tony. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Caught by Lazard. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm sure, Coach, your play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go out right here.
Man in motion here. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that means 3rd down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this, a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down, and he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
Hall runs in for the New York touchdown. The Jets push their lead further to start the half. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets push their lead to 18. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They put a receiver in motion here left. And he reaches the 35 before going out. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
All right.
Stroud to throw again on second. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. This is brought in at the 15. Working quickly here.
Robin.
First and 10, a run to Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Shotgun now for Stroud. The throw is caught. And in for the Houston touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
He's got it. Looks like both feet were in, and that's going to get them 2 points.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Jets are able to recover the kick. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Good.
Allen, the motion man left. Oh, look at this. They give on the jet sweep. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
Don't jump. Ready?
3rd down, 1 yard to go. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets close to picking up their 5th win. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. Flies past the 1st inside the 30. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Point after converted by Zerline. And the Jets take a 3-possession lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Couldn't connect to a tank down. So that brings up second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets make it a 24-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10.
All right.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bobbled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Stroud now. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
All right.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. Ball at the 33 for first down. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. That hit affected that throw. It sails out of bounds, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Looking to throw, Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be fourth down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Man in motion, headed right. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Escapes the pocket. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. Chased out to his right. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
1st down, ball at the 36.
11. Extend. Here we go, slide. Press. Watch right. Right.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have 1 more play left in a game that's already decided. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
Hey, Chad. Here we go. Hey, Chad. Good night.
Fields now, 3rd and long. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. They decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown to knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So the win goes to the Jets. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.